What's up and welcome back to the Scuffed Ass Podcast for episode number 258. Wonder's wearing a tank top even though it's fucking negative 12 degrees outside.
I have to go play volleyball, that's why. So
I'm tired. He's stupid.
yeah.
That's an insane thing to do. Bro's wearing a tank top.
To be fair, it's 90 degrees in here, so
Yeah.
PC.
Yeah, fair.
Small room and a PC, it heats it pretty well.
Even my big room in a PC, it gets pretty toasty. You've been here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it is not hot enough to keep my pipes from freezing. So
You had pipes freeze?
just my hot. My cold somehow did not freeze, but my hot did.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't get it. Had both of them open, but the hot froze and the cold didn't. Confusing to me.
Weird. That's
But,
the one bad thing about trailer houses. You can't trust the underneath to stay warm. Because like for us, our furnace is down in the crawl space, so because our heat's on, our pipes normally don't freeze.
Right.
Because I mean,
Yeah.
obviously the pipe to the well is really underground. It would take a lot for that to freeze.
Right.
It can
Yeah.
happen, but it would take a lot.
Yeah. So sadly, I'm looking at buying insulation to insulate the trim around the bottom of the house, and then I also am going to buy some heat tape.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure some of the pipes have heat tape on them.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking where it froze is right after it comes out of the hot water heater.
Yeah.
Because it's on like an exterior wall, so
Good
yeah,
happen.
so I don't know. It's supposed to get above freezing tomorrow. Hopefully it'll thaw out. I just hope it's no broken pipes when it does
Yeah.
thaw. Hopefully hopefully it's that PEX stuff, because if it's PEX, that can expand without
Yep.
breaking.
If it's
It'll
PVC,
still
you're going to
break,
have a...
but,
like a
or copper.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Copper's fine. No one's ever had a
Copper.
problem with copper. No.
Copper easily splits. But luckily, I'm a plumber, so I'd have to figure out what's broke, and then I can go find the parts, and not a big deal, other than the fact that I'm have to crawl underneath the house. It's covered in black widow spider webs and dead mice and whatever else is probably under there.
Oh, see,
So.
if that happened, I think me and you personally would lead the revolution. So somebody used the funny like TikTok band thing, but they posted it on like the intro screen for Baldur's Gate, and it's just sorry, Baldur's Gate 3 has been banned. Try it.
Yeah,
Try it.
dare.
Dare ya.
I dare ye.
I can deal with that TikTok. I'll just go back to watching YouTube videos. Baldur's Gate
Right.
is too good. I will
Yeah.
become Tav.
Yeah.
You know, maybe
mean,
that's
all I
why we
can-
haven't developed any cool powers. We just haven't committed enough atrocities yet.
True. Yeah, I don't know. I for the 12 hours it was offline, I just looked at Reddit. I mean, the algorithm is
Gross.
not the same, but
Why the hell are you on Reddit?
I don't know.
Don't
Guy
do
at
it.
work was like, "You should download Reddit.
shouldn't.
There's all kinds of cool stuff on there."
Okay, Reddit
So far,
has a
it's not
use. Reddit has a singular use. And that is, it is quite better than Google when it comes to like trying to figure out how to do certain things.
Mm,
Because people have used Reddit as Google for a long time, basically. So like when I'm trying to figure out how to do something, a lot of times I will type that question into the search bar and then type Reddit at the end. So I can just get a Reddit thread of somebody else who had the same problem and just figure everything out. That is the only useful thing about Reddit. Do not doom scroll on Reddit. That's awful.
that wasn't that great.
It's not ever going to get better. It's Reddit.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I am currently planning working on getting stuff ready for the subathon,
Mhm.
and it's tough. I only got 2 really big videos done in 3 weeks because these were really big videos. You're going to see cuz the one that comes out tomorrow is almost 3 hours long
Holy shit.
and is like truly fully edited. It's just 3 hours long. Um which is a little knuckin' futz, I guess.
I guess,
Um,
yeah.
but so I'm gonna go. I was gonna have this one and then the Black Ops 3 one go out like back to back. I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore. I'm gonna record 3 not so like they're still gonna be good videos, but not so.
Not ginormously long.
Yeah. And I'm gonna upload those in between. So the Black Ops 3 one's gonna take a little bit longer. Luckily it's done. It's just getting delayed on release, which is fine.
Mhm.
I am going to go double check that it's done, though. Make sure I don't have any audio errors because I have time to check that.
Right. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's
Yeah.
going to be a lot of content from the subathon, which is going to be good.
Right. Yeah.
It's all fun and games until Wonder has to come over and eat an entire menu.
Yeah.
I think the current plan, unless someone is already in Cheyenne, for if we get there, is to do A&W.
Oh.
Because there's a really decent chance our A&W closes sometime soon.
I thought it would be closed by now, to be honest,
Yeah.
but
So that's the one we're gonna do first, I think.
fair
Um,
enough.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm just glad that it's only a 3-day work week this week.
Why is it
Because
only a
it's my
3?
Phoenix. Because I had today off, and it's my
Oh,
Phoenix Friday, so
nice.
I work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Nice.
Aspen's still here, so
Oh, nice.
yeah, she decided she wasn't gonna go home until tomorrow since she
Um,
didn't have class today. So
we'll see what's happening on Thursday. I haven't decided now if I'm gonna darts or not. With the amount of boxes behind me, I think it's gonna come down to how much time's on the timer. If there's like days on the timer on Thursday, then like I'll just go. It's not going to make a difference. But if
right,
the timer's like less than 24 hours, I should probably just hang out.
right.
I doubt it'll be less than 24 hours, but it's possible.
You never know.
Yeah. Uh the only thing I do know is that there is time being added no matter what cuz boxes. That's all I
Right.
do know. Um
Yeah. Plus the
yeah, bro wants me to count
Christmas
his
gift.
lightsaber.
Yeah. Because it's a good thing I did. With all the extra expenses it's gonna be trying to keep my house from freezing.
Yeah.
I mean my heating bill is I just got my one from last month and it's been a little colder than normal. And it was already skyrocketed, so
Yeah.
I haven't even got my electric bill yet, so
I feel like I got to blame you for part of that though cuz you're just being goofy. Got your heat up way too high so that you can wear a
set it.
tank top in your fucking house.
Well, technically, I could have no heat in my house and still be sweating my balls off in this room. So,
Yeah, that's what
um,
I mean. Maybe you don't need to crank the heat so high. Just stay in that
well,
room.
usually I keep it at like 69. Nice. Um, but when the lady comes over, I bump it up to like 70, 72, depending on how she starts complaining. Then I bump it up. So,
But
got to
so
keep
you're
the lady happy.
so I can probably steal you Friday then.
Um, Probably, I think.
Okay. If Aspen's in town, we'll just have her also do things. It's not a big deal.
Well, she plans on being here because she thinks
Yeah.
she's thinking she's gonna have to sub for
And
you.
right
But
now, I'm still going to plan on that.
okay,
Worst that happens is I show up and she doesn't have to.
she doesn't really care one way or the
I
other.
was going to say she's going to
anyway,
be
so,
there either way, so I'm not that worried
Yeah.
about it.
So,
But
yeah,
okay, I do need to let Mom know that Aspen's going to be there though. That way,
yeah,
because she was canceling plans so she can rehab her plans. But because one of the early things that I'm pretty sure almost your gift got us to was something I have to do with you. So
Oh.
I need you here for at least one thing. And I assume Friday's the earliest day for that because you work Wednesday and Thursday. So,
right, yeah.
I mean, you could come over after work, but you also have pool and darts. So, like, probably Friday.
Yeah.
That's just accurate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So I should
Don't
probably
know how
get
much you
my
want to
room cleaned up. What?
Don't know how much you want to get into sports, but I did want to ask you: did it feel good to watch the Lions
Yes.
lose to the
Oh yeah,
Commanders?
dude. So we were playing D&D, and I interrupted D&D every time the Lions did something shitty. I did get happy for a few seconds. The Teddy Bridgewater came in for 3 plays and scored a touchdown. So my goat
Hey,
is still
Teddy.
being the goat. Honestly, maybe the Lions shouldn't have ever put Jared Goff back in. I bet you Teddy Bridgewater wins that game because he doesn't throw 3 moronic interceptions.
Oh man.
I was so pumped, dude. I'd never rooted for a team that wasn't the Vikings so hard in my life.
It's so funny.
It was so good,
Oh
dude.
man, it's so funny.
The amount of shit Lions fans talked on Twitter, and then now they're just like, well, we're still better than you. It's like, are you? We won the same amount of playoff games. Fucking 0. Dan Campbell really was right when he told Kevin O'Connell he'd see him in 2 weeks. Just turns out it was in Cancun.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny because, well, it's funny and not funny. It's sad because I know the Bills are going to go lose to the Chiefs again.
Better not. Have to shoot him.
But it is funny though because it keeps up with the Bills are the Ravens' fucking kryptonite, and the Chiefs are the Bills' kryptonite.
You can't call a team that in the playoffs is, I think, 3 and. No, hold on. Yeah, overall, Josh Allen versus Lamar is now. Josh has 3 wins. Lamar has 2. You can't call the Bills their kryptonite when they were
in the
evenly.
Playoffs.
But they were evenly split until today, and I think they were evenly split in the playoffs too.
Were they?
I think so. I'm not actually sure though.
I thought they've only played since Josh Allen's been there. I thought they'd only played each other twice.
I'm looking.
I don't know. Maybe I'm losing my fucking mind.
I'm looking. I don't know. I'm looking. No,
Okay.
this isn't.
All right. Okay.
Head-to-head stats. Maybe that'll do. Okay, so, whoa. Actually, it's 3-3 apparently. But they have beat the Ravens twice in the playoffs. I'm upset though. I think Mark Andrews needs fired into the sun.
Yeah,
everybody's like everybody's like, well, Lamar still threw an interception and had that fumble, and it's like, sure, but Mark Andrews also cost them 9 points in a 2-point game. Lamar's interception, either his interception or his fumble, one of the two, literally amounted to nothing, so it doesn't matter. And the other one, yes, it amounted to 7 points. Yes, in a 2-score game, that's fair, but 9 points is greater than 2. I'm going to put more blame on Mark Andrews here.
Right, especially since, my grandmother could have caught that pass.
Yeah, dude. I hate the people. Well, it's cold. The ball was slick. It's like, yeah, cool. You still get paid to catch the fucker, man.
I was going to say, how many times did you see the Bills drop a ball? They played the same field in the same weather.
Yep.
So
Though I am happy that Mark Andrews made so many errors because it's a lot harder for people to just come out and be like, Lamar chokes in the playoffs again. Because
Right.
I don't
You
really
really
think
can't
that's what
blame him too
happened.
much.
I mean, I know he had the 2 early mistakes, but like, I don't know, man.
Right. Dude, I was yelling at the TV or in front of my entire family
Nice.
at our defensive coordinator because he would just rush 3 people and that's it. Or like half-ass rush 4 people and that's it. It's like, we can't fucking cover the receivers anyway. You might as well send the fucking house every
See,
play.
but sending the house guarantees you lose, basically. Because Lamar is one of the only quarterbacks in the world where the blitz like doesn't matter. Unless you actually are able to sack him, which is rare. He'll just run outside, beat everybody, and Isaiah Likely will be wide open for the touchdown every time.
Right. I don't know. It's just like it wasn't making a difference anyway.
Yeah, that's fair.
And only rushing 3 people, it just Lamar would just run for 25 yards and oh, there's only 3 people coming after me. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why Lamar is so hard to fucking beat.
Yeah.
And then you got Derrick Henry. That's another thing that kind of confused me about that call. You're going for 2 points. You have King Henry
Yeah.
on the 2-yard line,
Yep.
and you decide to throw the ball when the temperature's 0 degrees
Yeah.
and feels like a rock.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm giving it to Derrick Henry.
That's fair. I
You
do
know,
understand, though, how that works, because in 2-point situations, they're expecting the run. And I mean, Mark Andrews was wide open. I can't be mad at the offensive coordinator for calling a play that worked perfectly if Mark Andrews had fucking hands.
Right, but also, like, more people are going to be upset if you throw the ball and it doesn't work out versus you have King Henry. If you run it and it doesn't work,
Sure. That's
sure,
fair.
you gave the ball into the hands of somebody that is like literally nearly
My question
impossible
is, it's not even give it to King Henry. Line up in shotgun. I know that sounds bad for a running play, but do it and just purely run the read option. Put it in Lamar or Derrick Henry's hands and live with the results of that.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, because either one of those people can just slip 2 yards into the end zone, you know.
I'm sad that
It'd
the
be really
Rams
hard to
failed.
string it out. Yeah. Yeah. They tried, though. They gave it a shot.
I don't know. They were down like 2 touchdowns the entire game.
I mean, yeah, they lost by a touchdown, but
yeah, I wanted. They had to disprove my theory, all because it was snow. I would say the Ravens-Bills game did too, but I think Lamar and Josh Allen are close enough quarterback-wise that it doesn't disprove anything.
Right.
Because it's why I picked the Commanders to beat the Lions. Like, I picked that. Because I said after Wild Card Weekend, it's like, dude, in the playoffs, I think the only thing that really matters is your quarterback. And so the team with the better quarterback wins. But then the Rams had to go out, have the better quarterback, have the quarterback who played better, and lose because Saquon Barkley.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a valid way to lose, but
no,
still.
Fuck that.
Fucking Saquon Barkley, the number 1 running back in the league.
Just tackle him. Just it's not that hard. Just tackle.
I want to see you just tackle him.
Lots of players do it all the time. I don't know how you let him run for 62-yard touchdowns twice.
Yeah, but you think, lots of players have done it, but then again,
no,
lots of players have been jumped over backwards.
No, that happened one time. Literally, no player in the history of the NFL has had 2 60-plus yard rushing touchdowns in a playoff game, except for Saquon Barkley, fucking Sunday. That's stupid. The Rams have a good defense. What are we doing? Well, apparently they don't.
Well, they do against the pass, I guess.
No. Their front 4 is what's good. So make your stops, you pieces of shit. It's all good. We just It's gonna be great. We just get Chiefs Eagles in the Super Bowl again. Woo!
Yeah. Yep. And fucking Eagles are gonna choke it again.
I would give. It would be interesting to see Commanders Bills. I don't think there's a world.
Yeah. I know. It'd be cool. But
So, wow. I don't want to record Run the North this week anymore. Actually, I do, if we're honest.
let's say, I mean,
No, so the Bears just hired Ben Johnson, the Lions offensive coordinator, to be their next head coach. But I can play devil's advocate because Ben Johnson just coached by far the worst game of his career before getting hired by the Bears. Because the Bears gonna bear.
mm-hmm.
He interviewed with the Bears and took some of that Bears energy and lost the Lions the game. It's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Lions did that thing also where they were on the 1 yard line and threw the ball. It's just, here's the difference. When the Ravens do it, they have Lamar Jackson. He can throw the ball good. When the Lions do it, they're picking Jared Goff. He's not very good.
Right.
It's one of those things where for the Vikings, as much as it sucks being out of the playoffs, Vikings, Packers, and Lions, all three of them, their main issue in their playoff game losses was quarterback play. The Vikings are the only one of those teams, though, that can admit that it was their quarterback play and move on. The Lions have to pretend it was something else and keep Jared Goff. The Packers have to pretend it was something else and keep Jordan Love. Now, for the Packers, I don't see that as a bad thing. Jordan Love is a Packers quarterback through and through. And what I mean by that is Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre were also super streaky and would be the best quarterback in football for 8 weeks and then just stink it up. You'll probably win a singular Super Bowl with that because he'll get hot at the right time eventually. It wasn't this year. And it won't be most years.
Right.
But the Packers are still going to hang around because Jordan Love's really good, and that is what it is. Yeah. But the Vikings are the only team that gets to go, our quarterback's the reason we sucked. Time for a new one.
Well, time to
some fucking
promote
moron.
the one we already had.
Some fucking moron on Twitter. Benjamin Solak, he's fucking stupid. He claims to be an insider of sorts and claims to know what he's talking about. But he was one of those people, and I called them all morons last year, who, thought that Jaden Daniels couldn't be better than Justin Fields because they're the same player, which only told me you never actually watched them play in college or watched Justin Fields in the NFL. But he came out and was like, he's positive still that the Vikings are going to sign Sam Darnold 4 years, $160 million, and then quietly look to trade JJ McCarthy. He's positive.
You're positively stupid.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Obviously, Sam can't get it done. That's proven. Now, Sam takes you to a Super Bowl. You win a Super Bowl.
I don't fucking care at that point. I don't care what way we go. We won a Super Bowl. I don't care. But we didn't.
Right.
So now we move on and go with the plan.
You lost in the first round too. So
yeah.
I mean, that does not look good if you're the Q. And obviously, it was the QB position. You can't really blame much of anybody else.
Like, people are like, well, he got sacked so many times and was under pressure. It's like, yeah, but most of those pressures came like after 3 seconds, which means he had more than enough time. And when you go and you watch the film, because I did, constantly, he had a chance. He stared down an open receiver, didn't like it, tried to move, got sacked. He was afraid. He was seeing ghosts again.
He literally turned into Kirk Cousins.
Yep.
I'll take the check down. That's not there now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what the Vikings need. They need someone that's willing to, pull the trigger
Yep.
in the playoffs. You can't
And I know it's
play
slightly
out of your
different,
mind, and then
but
but you can't play out of your mind throughout the entire season, and then get to the playoffs and go, "I'm going to play conservatively." That loses games.
I know
Ask
it's
Josh Allen.
yeah. Sorry. I know it's slightly different, but like Sam we'd never seen under pressure. We've watched JJ McCarthy lose and win a national championship. I know it's college football playoffs. That's different than the NFL. Sure. But it's still actual pressure, and you can see what actual pressure did to him. And he was fine. He's not the reason they lost the one natty, and sure, he's also not the reason they won the other one, but don't always have to be the reason. You don't always have to be Josh Allen on the Bills. Sometimes you can be Mahomes on the Chiefs at this current moment.
Right.
Sometimes you can be Jalen Hurts on the Eagles at this current moment. Yeah. I don't know. I blame you.
I don't know either. You should.
I don't know why, but I do. I blame you.
I mean, I'm always the person you blame, so I guess.
Not
You need
true.
someone to blame. Yeah. I don't know. I almost would, if we lose to the Chiefs, I almost would have rather lost to the Ravens.
Yeah. Because then you don't have to lose to Mahomes again.
Yeah. Yeah. All I've ever seen so far from the Texas Mahomes or the Kansas City and the Texans is the refs, the refs, the refs.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, but also just beat them.
Yep.
Go out and beat them.
Yep.
Don't let the game be close, and then you don't have to worry about it.
True. Or so it's for the Texans, right? Like watching that game, they cannot choose to blame the refs because how they handled the end of the game. They had a chance to win that game anyways. But their situational football in the end was what lost them the game. Even if those calls change, I don't think the outcome does because of how poorly they handled the end. They could have still won that game pretty easily. I don't know why you punted it on 4th and 6. I get you're at your own 20. Well, that just guarantees them a field goal at least if we do this, but it could give them a touchdown. And it's like, yes, so punting it out of your own end zone, getting it to the 45, which is Butker's field goal range, is shortchanging a lot, except it just gives them a lot more field to wear the clock down and give you no time. When they got the ball back, I was like, cool. They got the ball back and held them to a field goal. They still need 2 scores, and they don't have time. And guess what? They didn't have time.
Yeah.
You have to go for it on 4th and 6 there. I don't care. Win or lose with your quarterback and just accept that. I don't understand. This is why I don't like defensive head coaches. They're too conservative.
Right. Well, this is, it's funny because that last drive that the Ravens did against the Bills. The Bills are kind of, trying to hold him, got him down to a 3rd down a couple times, and then he'd get the 1st down, and then they made big chunk plays, and they got down to where they were on the Bills' side of the field. I started yelling, "Let them score!
Right.
Just let them score!" Because there's not enough time on the clock. If you because they burned their timeouts, so they only had 1 timeout left. I said, just let them score. They have to go for 2. if you can't stop them on the 2, then you still have 1:33 and 2 timeouts to go down the field. 2 or 3 timeouts, I can't remember, to go down the field and make a field goal to win the game. Instead of them running the clock down to 20 seconds left, and then going into overtime and inevitably losing in overtime because we've never ever won in overtime with Josh Allen. So, yeah. And it was almost like they read my mind because there was a wide open receiver as if they just didn't even try to cover him. Don't know if they did that on purpose or not, but resulted in a touchdown, and then they missed the 2-point conversion, and all we had to do is recover the onside kick and get it first down and kneel it out. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah. And
honestly, I don't know if I liked the reffing or not. But they were just like, there was a shit ton of freaking penalties in that game, but the refs were just not calling anything. Like, honestly, it was just kind of like, we're just going to let them play.
Yeah.
Unless it's a blatant freaking call, which they called a bad holding on us. It was not bueno, and then there could have been arguably offensive pass interference, but also they called it defensively, which I could also see because, he kind of was like wrapping his arms around him, but also he shoved off to try and make the catch. Neither one of them made the catch, so if he'd have shoved off, made the catch, and then scored or something like that, I think it would have been offensive, but whereas they were both fighting each other, they called it defensively. I don't know. That's iffy. I've seen that going around the infinite. But to me,
the only thing that bugs me, I gotta say real quick, is Josh Allen being similar to Mahomes at this point in every single fucking play. Stop crying to the refs. Oh my God. His one throw, I can't remember if it was Kincaid or Knox, but he threw it out to them. The defender wrapped and was driving him backwards. The whistle happened as whichever tight end is finally getting tackled, and Josh runs screaming, waving his arms at the refs. It's like, dude, if I'm your teammate, I'm knocking you the fuck out. Don't be such a whiny little bitch, especially watching your defense hit people late all game. Three guys hit Lamar 10 steps out of bounds and didn't get a flag, so you don't deserve shit. Stop crying and just play fucking football. You're being Mahomes, and I hate you for that.
Right.
Like, just don't cry all the time. Just come on.
I don't mind him crying over his own teammate. So, like, your teammate gets hit late or something like that, whatever. I'm going to be like, hey, I don't want my teammate to get hit late like that.
Sure.
What bothers me is the get hit late. You get hit late, and then you stand up and whine to the referees. That drives me nuts.
Yeah, it's just like
football. You're going to get hit.
I get it. You're a quarterback, and that's how it works. But also, come on.
Yeah. But, like I said, I can't tell if I prefer the refs to just, like, let people play versus call every little
tough.
Piece of shit.
If you let people play and then there's one bad call where they finally make a call either way, it sucks. Mm-hmm. Whereas if they're calling everything, I guess it's the same thing, because if they miss a call, it sucks.
Right.
Here's the thing.
See, it's tough.
The league makes billions, I said billions of dollars every year.
Uh-huh.
How about, maybe I could accept these constant missed calls if the refs were full-time and, like, this was their job and they were actually, like, this was all they did. But you've got part-time accountants and fucking plumbers out here deciding games for the most important league in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like there's something off there. You can afford, the refs are, first of all, these refs are paid enough to be full-time, but whatever. Pay them more, I don't care. But then also have a system. Every single flag that gets thrown is reviewed. And I'm not saying I want this in the games also, but even if you're not going to do it in the game, after the game, you review every flag that's thrown. you figure out who threw it, and then if it's a bad call, you do like a strike system. And eventually, if you
Mhm.
keep fucking up, you're fired. That's it. You don't get demoted. You don't get, oh, well, human error. Eventually, you just lose your job. Coaches
Right.
do when they do things wrong. Players do. General managers do. Eventually, this all needs to happen.
Right. Well, and they're not allowed to have. They're just like players, right? They're not allowed to have any kind of bets on any games, right?
Yeah, they're not
Because
allowed
I
to,
feel
but
like
they could.
right. I mean,
I don't know if
I
that
feel
gets
like
watched enough because it's like, what if, it's your, like his wife is placing the bets or like
right,
something.
right. Yeah, I feel like that needs to be monitored a little more
Yeah.
because there's a lot of times where it's like, dude, this looks really, really, really bad when it comes to you making certain calls towards one team and not towards another team. I don't know. It just seems like in every game, it seems like there's one-sided refereeing, and it's always home team advantage. I don't know if they have like home refs or if it's just a pool of guys. I'm not sure how that really works, to be honest.
No, the refs are just
Um,
from everywhere. Like it's just different refs all the time. Like, sorry, what do you mean? Like there's
but like,
a
is there like okay, so I go to play in Buffalo Bills. Is there always roughly the same referees that they get
no,
that live near Buffalo, or do they
no.
have to travel?
They
You
travel.
know,
They
okay,
travel. Yeah.
like home
No.
team freaking refing kind of
Nope,
bullshit.
none of that, luckily.
Right.
But
Well, that's good.
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, you gotta
I'm
go
with you.
into Eros D&D Discord, by the way, and respond. Apparently, it's about time to. He
Oh,
tried to message everybody, and you're the only one who didn't acknowledge it because you're a whore. The Arcana check
because
for our,
I don't get notifications sometimes from Discord for whatever reason.
but because apparently it's getting close to time to restart up the Astraeus and Thren game.
Oh,
You still got that Thren voice in you, or no?
hey, I still got the Thrin voice. I don't know. I've got to work
That
on it.
was something. You're gonna have to practice a little more.
Is it me like an Irish voice? I can't remember what I had.
More Scottish, but
Scottish. Go more to Scottish voice. Let's
I
see.
don't know. You're weird.
So it's under the
You can always just go watch the YouTube videos of it. I think.
right. Is it under the Fandelver chat? I'm guessing.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
But
All right. When did we usually do those? Fridays?
I don't know. But we'll just have to pick whatever day fucking works, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Because you're a bastard.
Probably for me, it would probably be Fridays.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I think.
I'm trying to think of anything else cool that's happening. Um,
Yeah. What is today? Oh, okay.
I don't know if that worked out for you, buddy. I don't know if I'd keep that as your pinned tweet.
There.
I don't know.
I just said Fridays would probably work best for me. Maybe Saturdays if we had to.
It's all fun and games until Astraeus stabs you again. I don't know why I said again. I don't think Astraeus ever stabbed Thrin.
Not yet. There's a few times.
Definitely thought about it.
Probably.
It's all
I
fun and
thought
games
about.
until I start another fight in the middle of the street. Hey man, they were bullying that lady, and then I popped one of their heads like a pimple.
True.
It is really bad. That game's tough because I have to play Astraeus like such a cocky asshole because he got kind of cocky, but then everything just keeps going his way, which means he's not going to get less cocky when everything just works out perfectly.
Right.
I gotta remember to buy apples before the
I was
first
about to
game.
say. Yeah, this shit drives me nuts. Just take the bite.
Eldritch Blast. Yeah.
Takes a bite and fingers people. Fingers them to death.
Yeah. It's so good.
Oh.
Yeah. Fuck.
I agree.
I am just tired. I don't know. I don't know
I'm
what
sad. I'm gonna have to.
Go ahead.
I'm sad. I'm gonna have to go over to my folks to take a shower.
Hey, I've had to do that a few times.
Yeah. Yeah, but I that's part of my wake up process though. Is I get up and make coffee and shower, and it helps me wake up and get ready for the day.
I think that's part of why I'm so tired is I haven't gone to shower yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Something about hot water wakes you up.
Yeah.
And then you do it at night and it makes you sleepy.
I don't get that, but I don't know.
I don't know. I usually try to shower twice a day, but it doesn't work out. Sometimes I lay down and it just never happens.
Yeah.
I usually, especially if I have to play volleyball, because I'm all sweaty, so then I have to kind of shower, get a little BO going on in the old armpits.
True. Oh, I don't know, man. Oh, so I guess you're gonna want to know this. So I was looking at games and like when they were releasing and different stuff. Sorry, I have to go look at my Steam wish list so I don't get things wrong. I have a lot of games on my Steam wish list, apparently. I still want to buy that one and see how well it plays on my computer, but I also want to wait until I get a slightly better monitor. It's called the body cam game that looks like it's fucking real.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I want to wait and get a slightly better monitor before I do that. But no, so there's a game coming out that looks. What the fuck? Okay. There's weird noises. I have no idea.
Is it like a humming sound? Like a plane?
Kinda.
Because I'm hearing that also.
Cool. I forget you live closer to me now. Yeah, I have no clue what that is, but yeah.
Kind of creepy. I'm like sitting here going, I'm not sure what that noise is, but
yeah, no, I got no clue. But no, there's a game. It's called Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. It's a like fantasy setting game that looks. I don't want to say similar to Baldur's Gate, but it's like a fantasy style RPG. So it's got a lot of the same elements as Baldur's Gate. I don't know gameplay wise if it would be even kind of similar. Okay, my computer exploded. At least we didn't lose the first half of the recording, though.
Yeah.
This time. Oh, Wonder can't see my ugly, stupid face.
I cannot.
There you go. So Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, yeah, I don't know. Apparently my computer doesn't like this game. I started talking about it and then it exploded. But yeah, that one looks cool. Atomfall, if you remember, it was like that Fallout style game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a nuclear disaster has left an area of Britain in tatters. It's a survival action game where you'll explore, scavenge, craft, barter, and fight your way through beautifully recreated scenery in search of answers.
That multiplayer? Or...
I have no idea.
That sounds fun. It'd be
Um,
cool if it is.
Avowed, it's another like fantasy RPG, so similar to like Baldur's Gate and Kingdom Come Deliverance and that kind of stuff. Uh, that one's coming out soon. I don't know. There's some cool games. People keep
All you
telling
gotta
me.
do is if you get something and we can play together, just hit me up to hey, download this game.
Yeah,
Because I've been needing some shit to play.
I don't know if this one will be any good, but the issue is you're never around to play games together. That's why we still haven't finished Baldur's Gate 3.
Well, the good thing is here soon, all the leagues and stuff for the most part are going to be done. So.
Yeah.
Other than volleyball leagues, but those don't last very long. So.
I was gonna say volleyball will probably end before darts does. Darts goes until like
pretty
April.
Close.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah, because usually they're only like a month and a half long.
Yeah.
Which I like. That's why I kind of like those more than, the pool leagues that go for 3-4 months, at a time. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. So we are recording, right? Thought I'd ask.
I don't know. Dude. Yeah. Welcome to coordinators leaving. So apparently Ben Johnson has been busy assembling a star-studded coaching staff. The leading candidate to become his defensive coordinator in Chicago is former Saints head coach Dennis Allen, as well as like the leading candidate to be a special teams coordinator is going to be Darren Rizzi, who was the Saints special teams coordinator and then was their interim head coach. Lions fans are like, he's been busy assembling his staff. The game was 2 days ago. Y'all see why I'm upset? It's like, well, first of all, he could have been doing that starting 2 days ago.
Right.
You can be busy over 2 days. It doesn't have to be a super long time. But yeah, I hate this. They had 7 days off before they could prepare for an opponent they didn't know about until the 7th day. Shouldn't matter. Normally, you only get a week to prep anyways. You could have prepped a lot of stuff in that first week and then truly hammered home the Commanders in that second week. Yeah. I don't know, man. People are dumb. God, people are stupid. So
my biggest thing about the Commanders is it's like you got a rookie quarterback. So as a defensive coordinator, if you're like decent, you would recognize that. Even though he may be extremely talented and recognize things better than most, rookies, they're not gonna recognize certain defenses if you decide to play it that way. Oh, he's a rookie. I'm going to play defenses that most rookies probably aren't going to recognize until it's too late.
So the national championship is tonight, Ohio State, Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah, right.
An Ohio State fan just posted on Twitter. He's like, I have no idea how players can handle the build-up to games like this, and that's super fair. It's been talked about forever. I don't know how you handle the build-up to that. And somebody replies, surely the check they received takes some pressure off. It's like, I don't think that would at all. Might add more pressure.
I was about to say, you're trying to most people that are there are trying to continue their career in football, and a loss can be, a win or loss can make or break whether or not you continue your football career at the next level.
Yeah. Like there's got to be a lot of nerves pumping through you. Got to be.
Especially if you're a senior.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. If this is like your last game ever, yeah.
Yeah. Like if I lose this, most likely no NFLs are going to look at me as seriously as they're going to look towards, depending. If you're not that.
I was gonna say if you're a
great
fringe player, then sure.
Yeah.
If you're like one of them dudes, normally one game won't change it unless you're CJ Stroud, you're one of them dudes, and then the game boosts you, or you're Michael Penix and you are one of them dudes, but that one bad natty game really drops you. And it didn't drop him like that far. It did in a lot of people's opinions. It didn't for a certain team. And hey, good enough for him.
Right. Absolute fuck was that?
What happened?
There's a lot of loud noises going on outside the house.
True.
Don't know what that was all about. Hopefully it was our water line unthawing.
Yeah, it just broke.
Somehow. Probably.
But
well, luckily I know where the water shut off is, so I just shut the hot water off and then go to town and get replacement parts. That would suck because that means I'd have to burn a day off tomorrow. Because I don't want to leave exposed pipes and shit like that and broken pipes.
Yeah.
Chilling too long.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to say that's probably good enough. I no longer know how long the show's actually going, but I know you got to go, and I don't know.
Right.
I'm over it. So
it's probably going to be a slightly shorter show than normal, but given the circumstances.
Yeah, he's got to go, and I need to get some stuff ready. So
yeah,
I guess without further ado, thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.